YouTube land, Jonathan Mosetta is here with you for jamsports.org and jamsports100 here on YouTube. And yes, I am going to have a little bit of swagger and a little bit of excitement in my voice, a little bit of just excitement really, because yes, the fan part of me came out and the Wisconsin Badgers, like I called, defeated the Ohio State Buckeyes. So next week in college football, there will be a new number one. Okay, we are here to do my NFL previews for Sunday, and here's how I'm going to do this from now on. I'm just going to do one game at a time. I'm going to do videos for every game because I have no life and there's still football going, but I have time to do that and watch football at the same time. So let's get to the NFL webpage here so I can get a list of the matchups. The last couple of weeks for my lock picks haven't gone that well for me, but I think this week I'm going to have a lock pick for you that I can feel pretty comfortable about, I think. So pretty excited for that. Okay, we first of all come up to the game that of course has as far as from me as a fan's perspective, a big game in my book, the Miami Dolphins and Green Bay Packers. Man, you know, I hate to admit it, but the Packers are missing something. I don't quite know what it is. The Packers aren't as good as I think we're slated to be. Well, I know they were slated to be at the beginning of the year, including by me, and I called for them to go far, but not from a fan standpoint, from an actual person, from what I was seeing, from what my eyes were telling me standpoint. Well, guess what? Now my eyes are telling me I was wrong. Here's the funny thing is, you know, the Packers, second in the NFC North, 3-2 after back-to-back losses, overtime loss to the Washington Redskins last week. And the Vikings could still win the NFC North. The NFC North is a wide open shot right now, and you're probably thinking, are you nuts? The Bears have a winning record. They only have one loss. I've said this for the last few weeks, and I'm sticking by it, even though they continue to win. The Bears are not for real. The Bears have a wimp schedule. 2 of their wins were against the Packers, and the Packers shot themselves in the foot with penalties. Okay, that was one of their wins. Okay, and then another one of their wins came against the Lions when they got hosed. The Lions should beat them the first week of the season. Their loss came to the New York Giants, a team that is really picking up. So the Bears aren't for real. The Lions are just Lions, even though they won last week, so the Vikings could still win the NFC North. The big problem the Packers have is they are obviously nowhere near healthy. I believe there were 13 people on the injury report when the injury report came out on Wednesday this week. Yikes. Obviously there was questions about Aaron Rodgers. You know, could he play? Could he be effective? He's got the concussion. I guess I wasn't worried either way about whether or not he was going to play. Because, yeah, he's a great quarterback, but, you know, we've got the backup to do something, you know, to make up for Rodgers if he were to be gone. From what it sounds like, Rodgers is going to be playing. Matt Flynn was who I was thinking. Sorry, I couldn't get that out there quicker. Sounds like Rodgers is going to play. He was medically cleared to play, and there has not been a setback, so he is likely to step under center. The Miami Dolphins The Miami Dolphins, I believe the last time we saw them, got roughed up by the New England Patriots. I believe they were on a bye last week. I better check on that to make sure. But I'm pretty sure they were on a bye last week, and Chad Henne had his worst performance of the year by far against the Patriot team that, yeah, is good, but not great. And so this is a really a must-win game for both teams. Alright, they're both in divisions that right now are wide open. You know, the Patriots with the East, neither are the Jets right now. But the Dolphins need to take advantage of this division while they still can, because the Jets are good. Okay, the Jets are good, the Patriots are good, and one of those two will run away, you know, or if not both, will run away from the Dolphins. You know, you can obviously count the they were on the bye week last week. That's what I thought. So the Dolphins need to recover. You know, the bad thing about the Dolphins is they've had this Patriot loss sit in their mouths, this awful taste sit in their mouths for the last several weeks. I don't know why I said several weeks, for the last, week. No, and then they had a week where they had to forget about it and prepare for the Packers. This is going to be an interesting game, definitely. I do have the Packers in the end, because I think that even though the Packers are beat up, I think they will be able to get some pressure on Chad Henne, and that's going to be the key. It's going to be the exact, Chad Henne is a major cog in the Miami Dolphin team. I mean, you think about it, and yeah, like I said back when they played the Vikings in week 2, I had said that it was for the Dolphins to win that game, they were going to have to rely on the arm of Chad Henne, and that's exactly what they had to do. They had to rely on the arm of Chad Henne, and the arm of Chad Henne got it done. Chad Henne, a much better quarterback than he was. He had a rough game against the Patriots, and I don't know how well he's going to bounce back from that. He threw 3 interceptions, I believe, in that game, and I don't know how well he is going to be able to put that in the back of his mind. That'll be a true test for him to see if he can put that in the back of his mind. I think he has a little bit of a rough game. I don't think he rips the Packers to shreds, and again, I don't think the Packers and Aaron Rodgers rip the Dolphins to shreds either. The Packers need to get a running game. They don't have much of one. Brandon Jackson is a good running back. He showed that last week. He had good bursts of speed with some of his runs, but nothing spectacular. They need somebody else in that backfield other than John Kuhn. The one thing John Kuhn has for him is he's big, he's strong, therefore he can carry the team, he can carry the opposing team on his back. But the Packers have to get somebody for Brandon Jackson. They have to get somebody to back up. They don't have to take the place of Brandon Jackson. They have to back up Brandon Jackson. They have to be there for Brandon Jackson when he needs a rest. Okay, so my pick in this game is I got to go with the Packers in a very, very tight game. I went with the Packers last week in a very tight game, and it didn't come to fruition for me. Alrighty, here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to do these preview videos like this the whole time for the rest of the season, and then after the preview videos, I will do just a picks video. just a quick reminder of my picks, just for everybody, in case you don't want to hear what I have to say, you just want the picks, you'll get them, and then I can post the picks, on the website. And in the pick video, I'll give you my record from last week. Alrighty, so stay tuned here to the JM Sports Show. More videos upcoming. Coming up next, we'll take a look at San Diego and St. Louis. Could it be an upset in the making? I'll give you my thoughts next. JM Sports Show.